Hello, this is Joe Jacobson with wordsandwriters.com. In this presentation, we're going to go through in a very step-by-step and hands-on fashion in showing you how to create your own author website in 1 hour. So who is right for this program? Well, first of all, it's someone who is willing to do it themselves. If you're someone who wants a web designer to do everything for you, then this isn't the presentation for you. Now, you don't have to be an expert, as we're going to show you as we go through this, but just a willingness to learn is probably all that you need, and you'll be perfect for this program. Number two, someone who can follow the step-by-step video tutorials that we've created. Once you get started, you can access these, and those will guide you through step-by-step how to complete the site. Number three is someone who can do basic operations will be perfect for this program. Now you might be an expert already with operating your computer and be able to maybe even know programming already. But don't worry if you're not an expert. As long as you can do some copy and pasting, manage your files and be able to find your images and content on your own computer and check your emails, get on the internet, things like that, you'll be fine in completing this program. And four is a willingness to operate and maintain your own WordPress website. Again, some people just want someone else to maintain it for them, and that's fine. But this is for folks that are do-it-yourselfers. Here's some of the benefits of this program. We handle all the hosting, all the security issues, and the updates that are very important to do for WordPress itself, as well as the themes and plugins that you will be using with your author website. Don't worry about some of these terms if you don't know what they mean. We're going to go through it here in just a few minutes, such as what is a theme, what is a plugin. Don't worry about that right now. Number two is we provide ongoing support. So once you get your site built or right in the middle of completing your site, we're here to help you with every step of the way. All this only costs you $9.95 a month. Just go check some other sites out there, some other folks that build author websites, and you'll see that some of them charge hundreds or thousands of dollars for a custom site. And this is a very customized and effective site built especially for authors. So that's $9.95 a month. Again, that covers basically the hosting. If you went out on your own and got the hosting yourself, it'd be about the same cost for you, plus you have to maintain it yourself. Number four is the templates that you receive. You're going to choose one of the templates when you sign up, and these templates, when you get that coming your way instantly, they're basically done for you. At least I would say at least 90 to 95% done. That is, all the customization has been done for you. All the pages have even been built, basic author pages. I mean, we know what authors need on a website, so we continually are improving the templates so it makes it easy for you to actually complete the site. And again, you use 18 free step-by-step video tutorials if you want to use them, and I'm sure you will, because they're especially tailored for this program to help you complete the site. So here's what you need to do. Here are the steps to complete the site once you sign up and receive it. So the first thing is, of course, you have to register on wordsandwriters.com. You register to become a member, essentially. And number two is during that process, you will choose the site name and the subtitle or the byline. You'll create your username and password, and you'll pay for the membership hosting fee, which is that $9.95. So there's no long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time, and I'm sure you'll be very happy to see everything you get for under $10 a month. A very nice site. So then after that, you'll log into your WordPress dashboard, and you'll complete the pre-customized site with your personal content, such as your book. You're going to upload your book cover, a little blurbs about your book, your reviews about the author, things like that. Very, very simple things that you can complete on your computer and then just upload them onto your website through your WordPress dashboard. So here are the things you'll need to gather. Remember, we're going to actually do this in a few minutes here, and I'm going to show you how simple it is to complete the site. So you'll have your content and your images ready to go for your different pages. There's about 6 or 7 basic author pages. You're going to have your content and image ready for your first blog post. And we're going to talk more about blogging and why it's so important and potentially very powerful for authors to bring more traffic and get more readers coming to learn all about their books and products. You'll need some contact information ready to go, and you'll need to be able to go to Amazon or wherever your book is sold and get the link so that you can link up your book and have people go directly and buy your book from your website. You'll have your book cover that you need to prepare, a book trailer if you have one, reviews for the reviews page, your social media links. That's very important. We're going to talk about that as we move forward here, how to integrate your social media into your website. And if you want to continue on and do more customization, you might want to add a header image into your website. So all these things are possible. Customization is unlimited, but we're going to go through the basics here to get your site up and running and show you how to do it. So basically that's it. Let's get started. Let's build this author website in 1 hour. Step number 1 again is to go register on wordsandwriters.com/register. So the first thing we need to do then is open up your internet browser, and right up in here you can see I already have it open. You're going to go to wordsandwriters.com, and this is currently the home page. You'll see this, and right up in the menu here is the register link. Click on register, and that'll get you to the next page to start this process. We've got a little bit of slow connection here, but here we come. Okay, so this is the page here. It says custom WordPress website for writers, and let's get started. A username, I'm just going to do a test here. This is live, so let's see how it works out. We're going to do test 76 maybe. We'll see if that'll work, and speed it up a little here and do a little copy and pasting. Okay, then the next field to fill out is your email address. And the next one, it's very simple, is your password. Again, I'm just going to pick a real simple password just to move along here. And down here it says, give me a site or just a username. You want a site, so you're going to leave it there checked on that one. By the way, if you want to be an affiliate for this program and actually earn money by just referring people to the site and then they get a custom site, you can become an affiliate, and then you would just click on this use just a username, because that's all you need is a username to be an affiliate. We'll talk about that more later. Click on the next button, and the next screen is the final screen. It will by default put in your site domain, and of course you're going to put in probably your name. And most authors use their name as their website, but if it's something else, go ahead and put it in there as your name. The site title would be whatever you choose to be there for your title. I'm just going to put in the same thing here. And then down here are the current templates that are available. And let's go ahead, you can take a look at them here. By the way, up here it allows search engines. You probably want to leave that to yes, so that the search engines will find you. This one here is the default. It has this orange around it, you can see. And that's the simple one. That's the good one to start with. The second one here has a slider in it. You can see up here has the slider, and that's set up for you. So that's good. And the third one over here with this blue background is a customized site that has a cool background. behind the whole the body of the website, and this one's basically the same but with a green background. So that's what we have now, and we'll be adding new ones every month. And let's go ahead and pick this blue one. If you hover over the image, you'll see View Demo or select this theme. You can actually click on View Demo here. I'm not going to do it right now because you can go ahead and do that yourself. But if you do that, you'll go to a full website where you can look at the whole thing. You can look at every page and really check it out in detail. But I'm going to click on Select this theme. You can see there it's highlighted in orange. Come on down here, the next field, put in your tagline. That might be, author John Doe. Tagline might be, romance fiction writer, something like that. I'm just going to put in that. And then down here you need the human verification field. In this case, it says, what is the last name? Current President, Obama, and then click on Sign Up. And if you got all the fields right, you should come back and have a welcome message or congratulations message. Your new blog is ready. Now they say blog, but it's actually a full website. Be sure and write down your username and your password. Okay, and then from there, the message says you're set up and ready to go, except, of course, you need to pay for it still because it is a membership site, so it's not fully activated yet, and so it won't allow you to actually view the site yet. So there is one intermediate step. The thing to do now then is to pay for it so that it actually becomes fully active. And you can click on this one here. This is what you need to do, is click on this admin area link, because that's the way it's set up. When you click on that, it recognizes that you haven't paid for the site yet. So it will actually take you to this page right here, which is actually called Pro Author Site. And these are the different payment methods. You're probably interested right now in the basic Pro site. The Advanced Pro site is a different platform that's more complicated and more, I guess, sophisticated, allows for membership sites and e-commerce sites, all that kind of stuff. And it's quite a bit more expensive. But this one here is the one that we're talking about. It's $9.95 a month, and that's if you pay month to month. If you want to save some money, you can actually select this one here, which is the every 3 months, so the quarterly payment. It comes out to $6.98 a month, or if you want to pay annually, it's actually even cheaper. So select the one you want, and it turns red, and then go ahead and click on the PayPal, check out with PayPal button, and that's it. It'll take you to the PayPal, and if you need to set up an account, you can do it right away, or just go ahead and use your PayPal account and pay for it. And then at that point, you'll be ready to go, ready to get into your site, into your WordPress dashboard, and complete it, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute. Okay, now that you've gone through the PayPal process and you've paid there for your membership, which covers everything you need now, your site should be live. So up here in the address bar, you will notice this address. This is the way that you typically log into a WordPress dashboard. So make a note on this up here. Yours will be the name you chose. Let's say John Doe wordsandwriters.com/WP-admin. That will get you to your dashboard. And don't worry about this long name up here. We're going to talk about that later, how you can get your own domain name and redirect it over so you don't have to use this, or your readers and your visitors to your site will just see your actual domain name if you choose to buy one. And we'll talk about that later. So basically go over here then to the dashboard login, and of course you wrote that down, but I'm going to put in, remember mine was very simple so that I could remember it. And let's see if we can log in here. Okay, so we logged in and we are at this site here that we just created. You might get, the first time you log in, you might get this pop-up message here. Oh, it just talks about some new features, so you can dismiss that. Also, if you're in Chrome or some other browser, you might get a message to save the password, and if it's on your computer, it might not be a bad idea, so you won't have to remember it each time. Okay, so here is the WordPress dashboard, and we do have, by the way, a lot of other video tutorials. In fact, we have about over 35 video tutorials that show you basic operations of how to get around your WordPress website and do very simple fundamental functions here. And those are right under this link over here in the menu called Video Tutorials. So this is the dashboard with all the links that run down the side over here on the left, and that's everything that you are going to be needing, and some of it you won't be needing, but we're not going to focus on all those right now. A lot of these things are covered in the 18 video tutorials, the supplemental video tutorials on top of those, plus some of these 35 video tutorials right in here. What we want to do now is to show you that basically, you know, I said 1 hour video, 1 hour website, so let's see what we can get going here. And now, of course, it's been more than an hour. But I think what I'm thinking is once your site is you're registered for, you know, then you know, we could do it in an hour. That's what was kind of my thought on this. But let's see what we can do here. Over here on the left, we have posts and pages. Those are the main things we're going to be looking at. Let's jump over here real quick and look at the website that we just created or created for you when you order it. This is the way you are going to receive it. You can see here, it looks pretty complete. Everything's in there. Of course, you're going to be changing your title and the content. But let's go ahead and do it then, because this is exactly the way you will receive it. And now let's take a look and see how you can complete it. As I mentioned, that other 5 or 10% of putting your content in there. So you're logged into your dashboard, and let's just start at the top. We've got a couple of posts in there, but let's click on the posts. And what will come up are the two that I've already inserted here for you. And let's just click on one of them to demonstrate it. There's some sample content in here even for you, and the formatting has already been done as well. There's some more messages here. New Media Manager, you can dismiss that. Dismiss this other note here. Okay, so that you can see this one here does not have much content. And so, as I mentioned earlier in the PowerPoint slides, just have yours ready to go. This is what's called the page editor. And again, I'm not going to tell you and show you every little fine detail on here. That's what the video tutorials are for. This is just a live demonstration here of how easy it is to actually complete your site. And you can always add more. You can add more pages. You can add more of your featured books. You can customize it to your heart's content if you choose to, and if you want to learn how to do it. All that is possible with this. Over here, I'll just mention this one thing before we get started. There are two tabs, Visual tab and a Text tab. The text allows you to insert your own code, like HTML. And if you're not familiar with that, don't fool with it. Although sometimes you might need to, especially for things like video, if you want to add video in there. But let's just stick on the Visual tab. And as I mentioned to you, you have your content ready. Let's see, I've got one here for a blog post. Let's just pull this up here. Here's some content, which could be a blog post. You know, just here's how you do it. Remember I said copy and paste? Copy. Okay. And then just highlight this, because that's what's in there right now, and paste in your content. Boom, there you go. That's about as hard as it is. It's even formatted pretty well. It does usually a pretty good job coming from Word, Microsoft Word, pasting it in directly into here. Okay, so that's about all there is to it. Now there's a lot of other settings on here. Again, you know, if you're not familiar with WordPress and the WordPress dashboard, and this page editor, it'll take some getting used to, and you can learn that easily. It's very simple. But a lot of these things in here you're not even going to want to fool with until you get much more familiar. See, there's a lot of different settings down here. Something down here is important for optimizing your blog posts. We'll have a separate video on that as well, because that's very critical on something you may have heard about with keyword phrases and SEO, search engine optimization. Don't worry about that if you're not familiar with any of that. We're going to cover that later, but that's all there is to it. Cut, copy, and paste. And then over here, you can choose when to publish it, but it's already been published. We're just revising it. If you're, by the way, if you're creating your first page that was new, this blue button over here would say publish, but now it's update because this page was already created and we're simply going to update it. One last thing you might want to do, of course you will want to do, is change the title. Right now it just says blog post 1, and this is a blog post, happens to be here about Florida pioneers. You'll give it a better title than that, but change the title and then click on update. And that's all there is to it for the blog post. And we'll just do one of the posts. There is one other one in there, but you've got the drift now. You know how to do that. And the next thing to do is come over to pages. And because here's what we're going to do. Let me back up just a little bit. Here's our website. We're going to change the title up here, show you how to do that, and the byline. And then we're going to go through every one of these pages. We just did the blog, so I kind of jumped ahead a little bit there. And we're going to kind of work down the page and fix everything to your liking or to your unique content. And we're going to move right on down the sidebar over here on the right, and finally the footer. Okay, so here are the pages. I clicked on pages, and here they are. There's about 7 or 8 of them. And let's go ahead and do it. About the author. We'll start on the top there. Okay. Again, you have this sample content in there. So come over to your page. Copy and paste. And just again highlight this sample data in here and paste right on over it, and there it is. Okay, and the book is still in here. Now of course this is a book that I wrote about helping you decide how to write an author's website. So you want to put your own book in. So here's how you do that. Just click on it and highlight it and delete it. Let's see, the best way to do it is, not cut, but delete. Okay, so now here's how you put an image in. Put the cursor right in front of the word Gene here. Click on Add Media. And you are going to be going to your hard drive by inserting media. Let me see if I have anything here. Media library. Not much in there. So what you're going to do is go over and find your book cover, select a file, click on this, and then go over to your place wherever you're keeping it, and mine's right in here, right there. I'm just going to use this book as an example. Just double click on it and that'll bring it into your media library, and then go ahead and just something you can notice I'm doing here, clicking on the title and putting it in the alt tag text. It's always good to have something in there. Scroll down, the alignment is going to be left, link to media. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to show you this book here is for sale on Amazon. So we jump over to Amazon. These are things you're going to do and need to do. And so put the title in there, Swanee Divide. I'm going to put his name too, and should find it. There it is. Click on the title. Okay, so there it is. So all you have to do is basically click up here in the URL. That is the link, and copy that. There is a way to get a shorter link too, but we'll do that. We'll cover that later. Copy that. Okay, back to your dashboard now. The reason I did that is so that down here you can put in, you want to link it directly to a custom URL. So go ahead and paste that in there. Okay, that way if somebody clicks on the book, on the website, on the image of the book cover, it'll go right to Amazon. And we're going to do the full size and then click on Insert into Page. And there we go. See, there it is. And that's it. That's it for that page. Okay, let's double check there's anything else. I don't think so. I think we have it all. Because again, this one's been built for you already. We're just putting in your content. Click on Update. And we go right on over to the next. Click on Pages. We go to the next page to complete, which is blog. Actually, we did that one already. Skip down to books. You may have only one book. Now let me mention in here, there's even on the visual tab, it shows some of these funny symbols here. You may not know what they are if you're not familiar with WordPress, but these are called shortcodes. And the reason is because I designed it in here so that, here it is, this is the book page we're on. You can see there are 3 tabs. Tab 1 is Introduction. You might want to put in a sample, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and so forth. So this had to be designed in, and this is the way it's done with these tabs shortcodes. So don't touch any of this. The only part that you could change is right here. See the word Introduction, and then Chapter 1, and then Chapter 2. You can change those, but don't change anything that is inside of these brackets. Don't touch them. The safest thing to do is leave all that the way it is, and then again come over to your content for your book. Now let's go find that content. Here it is. There's the same book, and let's copy that. And we're ready to paste it into here. That looks a little funny. Let me try that again. And highlight that. Let me see. Yeah, right up to here. There we go. Paste that in there. And see if that got in there okay. It looks like it did. You see down here we have some more of the shortcodes, because here's the next one, Chapter 1. So I'll just use this as the same text here, but you would go and find your content right here for chapter 1. I'm just going to paste the same in there because I don't actually have a Chapter 1. But go ahead and highlight that and then click on Paste. Okay, and that went in there for Chapter 1. Here's Chapter 2. Just highlight. Remember, just be sure and highlight exactly only and only that content, and don't touch these shortcodes. So there it is, right up to the dot even. And I'm clicking while it's highlighted. I'm right-clicking right inside of there and pasting. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the 3 chapters and the introduction. Click on Update, and that page is done. And let's go take a look at it, see if I got it done correctly. We're back at the website here. Right-click and reload or refresh your page. Hey, looks like it worked. There it is. There's the book. There's a little blurb. Chapter 1, okay, little sample chapter, and Chapter 2, okay? So that's cool, that worked. Now back to pages, all the pages. The calendar, well, let's go ahead and click on it. Now I didn't show that to you up here, but the calendar page, I've actually loaded a very nice calendar in there for you, and this is called a plugin. So you can keep track of your travels to book signings and speaking engagements. Those are just a couple of the categories and a general category that I already set up for you. Again, I try to do that so that you know how this plugin is set up, or the pages, and you can use it as an example or a template to create more categories or more pages. You just follow the way that it's already been set up. You can see there's no content in here right now. Now there might be for January. Let me see. And let's see if there's anything in there. Oh, January, there it is. No, nothing in January. Okay, but that's what the calendar looks like. So if you want, let's take a quick look at it, because it's very simple to do. This is the calendar page. It has this shortcode in here, so don't touch that. The only thing you need to do, by the way, on these bits of information down here, these additional information areas, you can click on the title and it closes them up. I'll close that one up. I'll close this one up. And here's the calendar, and actually this calendar page, there's nothing to do on it. And I just remembered here I loaded a different plugin. So what you need to do is actually come over to the menu on the calendar, not the pages, but right down here there's a separate menu item for the calendar. So you can hover on it, and then you get out these sub menus, and you can see here add a new event to your calendar, manage events, and here you can change your categories and so forth. I'm not going to go into all the details on that because that wasn't the purpose of this particular webinar presentation, but this is where you do it. And you can actually, I'll just click on and take a few more seconds here for right now, and probably have another tutorial just on this, but this is it. You just fill it in. Here's the event title, a description. You can add an image to it if you want to. It's a pretty robust calendar. Okay, and then you put in the dates down here and the locations and so forth. It pulls up a Google map for you, and for the viewer you can do multi-day events, you can do recurring events. Okay, here's the location. So it's pretty complete. Alright, so I at least wanted to show you that. But let's get back to the pages and complete that. Contact. Now the contact page is very simple. It's already complete for you. Here it is on the menu, contact. I already completed this for you. Now you can add more information in here. You might want to say, here's how to contact me through Facebook and any social media locations. You might want to put your email, whatever, phone number, and here's the basic form. So this is it over here. Here's the page. You can see the short code is this contact form number 1, and the way that you change that is to come over to plugins and then to contact form. Click on that. It'll take you to the configuration for the different forms. Here's the first form, form number 1. That's the one we're going to work on. But you can have just about as many forms as you want. Add a new form down here. Okay, and then there's these tabs here. Basic settings are already done for you. Right in here is that introductory statement. You can change that. You can use HTML in here. Now one thing you do need to do, I want you to be aware of, is you can see by default in here it puts in the default email for wordsandwriters.com. So be sure and put in your email right here. Otherwise you won't get the message forwarded to you when somebody completes the form. You can put a blind copy address in here, and you can change the subject line. And the other place you're going to change the email is over here on the Advanced tab. Same thing. See these emails? Puts these in by default. So go ahead and put in yours. And that's all there is to the contact page. Let's see what we have left now. See how quick this is going? Order books. Okay, the order books page is a little bit more complicated looking. Now you may only have one book. Let's see what it looks like. Over here on the website, I did put in a little template here for 2 books. And that way you can replicate this if you have 3 or 4 or 5. You know, this is a handy way to put it. Very simple and clean. Has your book cover and where to order the books. Okay, so let's see how you would make this specific for your business and your books. By the way, down in here, you can expand this by dragging it down, so you have more of a window there to work with. Okay, here's the short code again. Remember, don't touch that. Here it is, short code with the brackets. Here's some more of it. So only thing you want to do is you can change the image, of course, and let's go ahead and do that. You've already seen how to do it, but let's do it again. And there's the cursor. You see how this could be a little tricky, but you see how it's blinking there, the cursor right in between the two short codes. So just leave it there, because that's where the book was, and that's where we're going to put it back by clicking on Add Media. In this case, we've already loaded the book cover. Here it is right there. So let's just go ahead and use it because it's already configured. Although we do need the, let's see, left alignment. Again, we want the media to the custom URL, and we still have it up here. Here's the Amazon. So let's go ahead and copy that again, and it's going to go right back in here as a custom URL. That's what it's going to link to. Paste, and it's full size. Insert in there, and let's see. Okay, I got it back in there. It looks kind of funny, it's hard to tell, but it's still blinking right in between the short codes, so that's going to be good. Now right in here, order. The only thing you need to change here is the name of the book. Order Swanee Divide directly from. Okay, now I'll just fill out one of these because I don't have all these links here, but Amazon, this is the one for Amazon. So just highlight Amazon, and then here's something that you may not be familiar with, but I'm going to show you right now. You're going to hyperlink this word Amazon for the book. So when somebody clicks on that, they go straight over to Amazon, which is this site again. They click on that, and they end up right here. So copy that again. And then once this is highlighted, you can click on this link. It looks like a chain. Click on that. Now if you don't have it highlighted, see, this is grayed out. So be sure this is highlighted. Click on that, and then you can insert your link. And you can paste it again right in here. It's real long, but it all fits in there. Give it a title, Swanee Divide. And in this case, you want to click this button here, open in a new window, because it's going to an outside website, Amazon, and you don't want people. What this means here is that it's going to open a new window at Amazon, so that when they're done on Amazon, they buy the book and they're done and they close that site, your site is still there in the background. It's not closed because this is a new window. Add link, and there it is. That one's done. Barnes & Noble, same thing, and so forth. And you can add more in here if you, again, this is the template. It's ready to go. Just don't touch the short code. And here's a nice little line in there, and then you can move on to your second book. It's the same thing. Click on update, and let's go take a look and see if it worked out okay. If you go real slowly and carefully through this, and you follow these as well as the video tutorials, you'll have no problem doing this yourself, even if this is the first website you've ever built. And remember, you can always contact us if you have any problems. Okay, here's the site, and let's click on refresh and reload and see if it worked. There it is. There's your book, and right in here, see, now you get the hyperlink. If you click on this, it goes over to the Amazon. Okay, now I'm going to close that one out. So there you are. That's the order books page. Let's see what else is left. Back to the pages link. I think there's only one left, the reviews page. Okay, now if you don't have any reviews right away, and maybe your book is not even published yet, perhaps, you may not have this one to deal with. Okay, so this is the page, And here are the short codes. Anything in between the short codes, like this word media, you can change that, but just nothing inside the brackets. See that word media? That is, let's see where that shows up. There it is. The title of the tabs, Professional Reviews and Amazon Reviews. Okay, so, but you can leave those if you want. Put content here. Now I do have some reviews here we can play with. Here's one here. Actually, this is mine. So we can take this and copy it. And actually that was an Amazon review, but let's just put it right in here. Again, put content here. It's pretty simple. Paste. Okay, there it is. And here is, there's a line there, so we can actually put in another link right in here. I mean, not a link, but a review. Paste it in there. I'm just going to paste the same one for now. Okay, then we have the next tab. Now here it is right here. You can see this is more like a block. They call this a block quote. And you can put in whatever you have. If it's one sentence, if it's a whole paragraph like this. Let's go see what I have over here that maybe is a little bit shorter. There's one. Okay, copy that one. And there it is. And let's paste that in there for this reviewer. And I'll leave the quotations in there. So highlight that area and paste. There it is, right there. Oops, I created a space. Let's just delete that space. There we go. And even put in her name right there. You can see the quotations I cut off down there. And this is just simple editing, so you can go ahead and add your quotations back in there and go ahead and delete these. Okay. You can put her picture in here right too. Actually, this here Barbara Bingham could go right there. You know, so let's just do that. You know, if you're familiar with any of this and basic word operations, paste that in there. You can go ahead and take care of this yourself. Very simple, really, to edit. So there it is, her picture in there. I don't have a picture of her, so I'll just leave that in there. But you do the same way. You delete that and then insert your own picture, if you want to, of this reviewer. And here's the same thing for this the second reviewer. And then these were the third tab that was underneath the title of Amazon Reviews. Okay, that's the way it's set up now. Now let's take a look here and reload this. Oh, you know what? It didn't show up because I didn't click on the update. See that? So we update that page, the reviews page, and remember this is live, so we're doing this and might make a few mistakes along the way, but now we reload that and see what happens. There it is. Okay, here's the media. Here's that first review. Here's the second review. And then here's the first one that I put in, and you could just keep on adding new ones down there. And then the Amazon reviews I didn't do, but just same idea, paste them right in there. So it's a little bit complicated, and you know, but it's kind of cool how it allows you to get more content on one page by having 3 tabs that are slightly different content. Otherwise, you'd have to have 3 totally separate pages, and you'd have to put, like under reviews, you'd have to put a drop-down menu of sub-pages. So this way is more compact, and it makes it easier for the reader, I believe, to find all the reviews on one page. Okay, so let's see here. Back to pages. I think we're about done with the pages. We better move along here so we really can complete this in an hour. Of course, I'm walking you through and taking more time talking about things. So those are done. Now over here on the top, we forgot the titles, or I forgot the titles. So let's go back. Where do I change the titles? And that is over here under the settings, right there. Click on that, go to General, and there it is. It's the site title, John Doe, and historical fiction is your tagline. Okay, check your email in there. All this is set for you already. Now, if you're in a different time zone, this is the East Coast, then you can change it right here, and that's important to change it. Click on Save Changes, and that's it for the title. We're going to go over here to the next item, which is these menu. In the menu are these links for your social media. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and YouTube. You may not have all those, but they're all in there. Those are the big 5. You may only have 1 or 2. So let's see how you change those and actually put your links in. And now here's what you do. This is getting into a little more customization. And so if you follow this carefully, you'll be okay. Weaver 2, click on this one, under Appearance. That'll take you to the actual theme. That's the name of the theme, the Weaver 2 options. And just follow this closely and you'll be okay. And don't get in here and play around with all this stuff yet, unless you're experienced with WordPress. Take it slow. Come over here to Shortcodes and open the Shortcodes admin. You can also find it directly under Shortcodes right here. But here it is, the social buttons. It's the third one over. Click on that and scroll down. You can read all this if you want to, if you're really into learning. But all you need to do is come on down here, and here it is. It has to have a check in the box, and this is number 1. That means it's going to show up first on the left in the menu, the list of social icons. And here's what it's going to say when you hover over it, like us on Facebook, and here's the site. Now this has to be your site. Okay, so what you need to do is go to your Facebook, preferably a business page, an author page. If you don't have one, you need to set one up. That's pretty critical and pretty basic. And if you need help, get in touch. We'll have some more videos on that as well. But that's pretty straightforward, so I think you can do that. So that's number 1. And these aren't necessarily in order here, but here, this is the Google Plus one. Happens to be the 4th one listed. And here is the Google Plus that you need to find how to get this URL from your Google Plus. Basically, for all of these, you just go to your page, whether it's Google Plus or LinkedIn or Facebook and so forth, and you'll find it there in your account or up in the URL. Number 3 is LinkedIn. You notice how there's a check and the number 3 there. Here's your LinkedIn profile URL, and that again, you need to go to your account to get your specific one. And finally, we have Twitter and YouTube. It's number 2 on the list. Get your Twitter URL and YouTube. Now, one other thing about this is when I scroll up, you see you do have to match the actual number right here to the number you want to show and the number of sites where you actually have your URL showing up in here, your unique personal one to you. But if you only have 3, then just check the boxes for 3, reorder them, right? You can see right here, display order, display them how you want, in what order, and then put in 3 here. If you only have 1, just put in 1 here. And then click on Save Social Buttons, and that's all there is to that. It won't look any different until you hover over it, and then you can see that it'll be going to your site. Okay, moving on down, we've already got the pages in here. Now we've got this sidebar, and let's take a look here at what it takes to do the sidebar. The sidebar is found over here in the widget area under Appearance. And this is what it looks like. These are available widgets, but you don't need to fool with any of that, because remember, this is already set up. And so yours are set up right here. The primary top sidebar. And here they are. There's 4 of them. This is the sidebar area, and these are the available widgets that go into the sidebar area. And there's 4 of them. So the first one is, if you click on the down arrow, you can see a bunch of code in here, but if you clicked on the visual tab, it'll give you a clue which one you're looking at, and that's the Goodreads one. Remember, that's up here. So we're going to look at Goodreads, and then put in your featured book, your book trailer, and perhaps some reviews. Now, if you don't have any of these, then you don't need them and you can delete them. But these, I just wanted to set it up there for you. So again, it is done. You just need to put in your unique links. You see, if you hover over that, it becomes highlighted. That's a link. And down here, there's a link built in to this button, which is right here, enter to win. This is like if you want to do a giveaway on Goodreads. If you don't have a giveaway, just go ahead and you can delete this. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute, so that you can just save it, not have to reproduce it later, and kind of archive it. But anyways, here's my title. Just go ahead, highlight it, just like you now know how to do that you did with your pages in the page editor. You can go ahead and highlight it and just type in your name of the book, and then your name here. This you can leave. This one here, actually, see how when you click on that, it's an image? So what you're going to have to do is click on that, then this little icon here is to edit the image. So click on that, and right in here is the only thing you have to change, and that will be your link that you're going to get from your giveaway on Goodreads, and you can find it there. It's pretty easy to find it. If you've set up a giveaway, then you know where to find this link. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. So you put yours in there, put your name, and here is that link, by the way. It's the same one that you'd put in up here on the image of Goodreads. You'll also put it in right here. Remember to be very careful when you paste these things in. See, there's little quotations around it. You've got to have those quotations in, or the whole thing won't work. Enter to win. You can leave that there or change those words. But everything else is very sensitive when you come to coding and the shortcodes. And then click on save if you have any changes there. Now you can close this up, which I'm going to do, and it's still up there right here. If you don't have this and you want to keep it for the future, but you don't have it right now, what you do is you basically click on it with your left mouse once, and then start dragging it. You see how it's moving? And you can drag it down, all the way down, keep on going down, 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 down here in this area that's called inactive widgets, and just drop it in there. See? Like that. It says tells you right here to remove them from the sidebar, but keep their settings. See, so now down in the future, when you are ready to do a giveaway, you just take it and drag it back up. Drop it in anywhere you want, and we'll put it on the top. And there it is again. The second one is buy the book. This could be one of your featured books. Click on the visual tab, and there it is. Very simple. All it is has a title, buy the book now, and the actual image. So now you know how to do that. You would click on this and you would delete it. I'll go ahead and do that. And then add media. There it is. Actually, we want the bigger copy. In this case, we can't use this one. I need to go find the right size image, and that's important for you too. In the sidebar, make a note on this. It is 200, there it is right here. It's 252 pixels wide. That's the size of the image you want. Let's double click on that. See, the smaller one was for the other pages, but here's this one right now, and it looks like, let's see, there it is right there. Click on that one, 252, and we're going to link it again because of course you want people to buy it, and click right on it. You're going to link it to a custom URL, which was, let's see if we still have it. Yes, we do. Copy that and paste it right in here as the custom URL link. And in this case, we want to do full size, 252, insert into the post. There it is. For some reason I've got two of them. Not sure there, but let's delete that one. We just want the big one here. And we probably want it up in here. You can see you can center it. Let's go ahead and center it so it's centered in the sidebar. Save that. And that's it. You can close that one up. Remember, you can reorganize these just by clicking them up and dragging them if you wanted your book featured right on the top. Okay, the book trailer, let's show you how you do that. Now this one here you need to be careful too. It's very simple, but you don't want to change anything you shouldn't be changing. This is the actual full shortcode that this theme produces for you. So that is very important because you want your website to look good on all different devices, right from a laptop to a desktop to an iPad to a cell phone. And so you need all your images and you need your videos to resize for you automatically. So this one, it does a good job with that. Let's go down here to this video, this book trailer, and if you do have a book trailer and you want to put it in, I just have this one now by, it looks like Dan Brown. So what you do is you come over to YouTube and look for your video, and we could put in any book trailer. I guess I need to find, you could put in any type of a book cover. Here's all kind. I just typed in book trailer here, so let's see what we got here. I don't know anything here. Let's not spend a lot of time on this. Let's say that you found your video on YouTube. So what you do is you come up here and look in the URL, and you see this code right here, right at the end. That's what you're looking for. It says V equals, the video equals. Just grab that code right there, copy it, come back to your site, and here it is right there. You see that? Now the thing is, you want to keep the same spacing and just take this one out and paste it right over it. So be sure you leave that little equal sign in there. ID equals, and then there's a space after this so that you don't mess up any of the formatting. Paste it in there. You see that? It got right in there, and then there's still a space after it, and then SD equals 0. That's all you have to do. Everything else is kind of set here for you, and it'll turn out very nicely. Click on Save, and your book trailer should be in there. Okay, you can close that one up, and let's see if there's anything else. Okay, we have reviews under there. We've done reviews on the other page, and this is not that much different, although it does have an image again. So it's very simple, really. I mean, all you have to do is highlight this and type in your own review. Okay. That is reviews you've gotten for your books. And that's it. Put an image in there or take it out if you don't want it in there. It's very simple, but it's something you may want to have in your sidebar. If you don't, I click on Save and close this up. If you don't want it right now, remember you can take it and drag it down and put it in that area that saves it for you, archives it. Okay, so that's it. You've saved it, and let's go on to the website and see what else there is. There's the video, your book trailer, we covered that. We covered the reviews. And really the only thing left to do to actually complete your site is down here at the bottom. You can see in a generic name here for your website name. That's in the footer. So let's go ahead and show you that. Come over to This one is done under Appearance and the Weaver 2 options. That's the theme option area. And there's a lot of options in here. I'm not going to cover those right now, but there are a lot of other video tutorials that will show you how to get in there and make some other changes. Here it is right here. Most of the things you're going to do will be under the main options. But again, be careful in here, because if you change any of this stuff and you change any formatting or special coding, styling that's been set up in here already, it may really affect your site and may even break your site. And then they'll have to be fixed. So be careful. The only thing that you need to do in here right now is click on Main Options, come down here to the sub-menu, to the footer. See, the colors have been set for you already. We'll cover this in another video, how to do it. Actually, the video tutorials do cover that. Down here under this copyright area, that's where you're at. Again, you can expand it, take this little bar here and expand it down, see what you're dealing with. For one thing, you could change right in here, 2013, you can make it 2014. And right in here is where you need to change, put in your website. HTTP:/, it's right in this area here. Just highlight that and then come up here, and grab your website, which is right here. Okay, that's yours. And copy this and then paste it right in here. And then put in your website name. Okay, author John Doe, whatever your site name is. And down here, one last place for your contact page link. Again, right here, you're going to put in your website URL. And then the rest of this is actually you can leave that in. That's the Words and Writers link. And then click on Save Changes. And that's it. Okay, so that's the footer, the sidebar, all the pages, and the title. This back in here, this is the background. You can, if you really want to get into it later, you can start playing with the background and change that. Of course, you can change any of the customization on this whole site here if you're experienced or you want to learn that down the road. But the intent, again, for this presentation was to show you how you can basically, I said in 1 hour, maybe it's been a little over an hour now, but the point is this site is very much done for you, pre-customized, and even if you're totally inexperienced, once you get your content ready to paste in here, you can basically complete this in a day, or maybe a weekend or something like that, and have a very nice site that's very scalable, that you can add pages to, customize in the future, and build it out in any way that you choose to, or you might want to leave it just the way it is. Okay, so that's it, and let's get on back here to the presentation, PowerPoint presentation, and let's see if we missed anything else. I think we covered everything. Basically, the next step then for you is to go over to wordsandwriters.com and /register and get started. If you have any questions, here's the email you can ask your questions of and see if it's a good fit for you, and we'll answer any questions you have at info@wordsandwriters.com. And once you sign up, our system will get to work for you and use one of the templates that you choose and build it out to that 90%, 95% completion, pre-customized site. And then you've seen here how you can complete it yourself. So this video is for the do-it-yourselfers. We do have some other options available. If you don't want to go through this process, if you want to cite more quickly or easily, where you don't have to have any learning curve, we do have some options for that, where we will complete the site for you. There is a fee for that, and currently it's $295 for that, but we do it for you, built on one of these templates. And if you really wanted your own totally customized site on your own hosting, there's another program for that as well. So we hope that you learned something today, I'm sure that you did, and there's more to learn through our video tutorials. And go check us out over there at wordsandwriters.com, and we look forward to having you in the network.